Welcome to another episode of Dutch Guy's Garage. On this episode, we're going to be focusing on our 1978 Dodge Aspen Super Coupe.
Don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you can get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself.
Well, what do you say we get thrown out of an Applebee's?
Yeah! With road racing season approaching fastly, it's already here. I've missed 2 races so far, but it's still cold out. Early birds are out there getting the worm, and I'm quite not ready yet. So our 79 Valori station wagon has kept us a little distracted. So, as you can see, our front end is already substantially down, so we have made some progress. We are now going to go over to the back of the vehicle. And the first modification that we are going to do is going to be eliminating those old shackles. So, what we do have now is these awesome, amazing sliders. And basically, from my measurements, this is going to allow us to get a little bit lower, which is what I desire at the moment, and is going to completely change our rebound rate on our said leaf springs, because we are still running a leaf spring rear. We've not gone 4-link or anything yet too crazy. Still wanting to retain some originality to the car. So these are quite nice. I think it's zinc coating or something like that. They got nice bearings on the side, and this replaces your shackle. Instead of your shackle going like this while we're cornering and stuff. Now, before my GoPro rudely interrupted, this is going to allow our leaf springs to be more solid in the rear, more planted, instead of that shackle going every which way in that and folding against the frame and whatnot. This is going to allow it to slide instead of that folding a compression. So, and it does come with solid bushings. So I will be taking my brand new polyurethanes out that I installed last year, which I did do a little inspection and did see we did destroy those polyurethane bushings just a little bit, but sometimes you have that when you're pushing this car as hard as we pushed it last year. These shackles are from Speedway Motors. If you don't shop at Speedway, look them up. You can buy anything, everything, and more. So, pretty darn cool. Let's get under the car and let's get those old shackles out of there. Now you guys are curious, and probably so am I. Well, I know I am at least. How much height are we going to be losing going with these shackles? As you can see, the car sits pretty high in the rear right now. And if you do remember, we do have brand new leaf springs in the back. So that is, well, adding to it somewhat. So let's see exactly what we got here. So right now we're at 30 1/4 is our height. This is a 20, I think the online specs call for 25.5 as a tire height. This tape measure is fighting me. Yeah, we're at like 25 3/4 as a height. Everything online did say the Federals did measure about a 1/2 inch bigger, which what we see in the height and also the width. We are measuring a little bit wider in the width also. So having a little bit bigger than what they call for has never been bad in my opinion. So as you can see, we've done custom touches and we have made the Federals white letter tires, because you cannot have a muscle car without white letter tires. So we found an awesome Amazon product. We'll see how long it lasts. I don't have a lot of faith. These tires are going to get just they're gonna get worked over quite a bit. So I'm sure my nice shiny wheel lips and everything are not gonna be shiny towards the end of the season. But let's get the rear of the car in the air. Let's get that settled down and get the rear shackles off. Oh. All right. There's one. It's mud. I don't remember how many bolts there are to this thing. Is there 2? Is there 7? Is there one in the middle? I don't know. It's been a while since I've taken one of these off. Maybe there's only 2. That would surprise me. Did kind of separate. You guys are sitting right on the jack handle. Let me move you. There we go. Maybe it's only 2. Those 2 came out nice. That's good. Oh. How about these 2? Nope. Yep. There's some rust down here. Significant amounts of rust. Come on. See, you just had the top nice to it. Is it gonna fall? Is it gonna fall? Does it have pressure? Nope. It's apparently a hidden bolt. Maybe. Probably have to undo the shocks too. I didn't even think about that. Hopefully, you don't have to undo the sway bar, because that would suck. Oh, what's holding this darn thing here? Well, I don't see anything else. I do right. Jeez, all beans. I really don't. That might be it. It might be just the shocks holding her up in the air. Let me grab a 3/4 and see if she falls, I guess. Why not? What do we got to lose? Oh, 3/4, where are you? One. Oh, maybe you need to jack this up a little bit. Don't hit the camera. Probably really dark under here. I'm sorry. There we go. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Wonder what happens now. Oh, something's happening. Oh yeah, they're loose. Now I wonder if we're gonna have to take anything else loose. I hope not. That would suck. Oh, I'm hoping she just swings down. Oh, hold on. I think there's some, there's some angry brake lineage happening. Now, we don't want to rip that. I don't feel like bleeding the brakes again. What size is that? 9/16. Maybe. Possibly. 9/16 or half. Look at that. Can't remember what I had for dinner yesterday, but we can remember what size that is on an axle. That's an angry nut. You don't have that much pressure. Maybe we'll take some pressure off. Alright, I guess it did have some pressure on it. I should probably put my new shocks on, you know, at this point. That might be handy. What's it gonna do? Is it gonna come down? Is it gonna fall? It's swinging. Oh, it's held on by the darn sway bar. Do we have enough? Yeah. Well, I think we have enough to swing around. I don't feel like pulling the sway bar. Maybe I should. Then it would articulate that in way. This side's, yeah, this side's kind of crappy. It's like the gas tank is right in the freaking way. Alright, I guess. Take the sway bar out. What size is that? No one knows. Is it a 9/16? Are we that lucky? Oh, we are. We are. Now it's your guys' job to remember, you gotta reconnect the sway bar. I'll leave it up to you guys, because the likelihood of me remembering is about 0. I think that's on there. Maybe. Can't see. There you go. Probably should take some more tension off. It's pretty tight. I don't want to strip out. Well, I had 0 tension on it. That's why it was so tight. These are kind of the conversations I have with myself. Why I'm wrenching, by the way, so you know, you guys just feel included while we're doing this. Ow! Oh, my finger. Well, that was a nut. Some other stuff fell off. Who knows? Are you gonna come out of the thing? What's happening? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it'll all fall out. There's a bushing. Yeah, I think that's it. So we just gotta get the other side. The other side. The other side. The other side. There's too much to disconnect in this car. Let me swing you guys around. Hey, that's a rust hole. That's fine. We're pretending we didn't see that. I think that's what is it, that Vice Grip Garage always says. We pretend we didn't see that. Yeah, remember, I don't buy the nicest things. Impact's gonna fall and hit me right in the head. And everybody will get to laugh about it. It'll be fine. Will you just come out of there? There we go. Swing up. There we go. Do less sway bar things. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're... As the old timers say, cooking with gas. Coming down. She's swinging. She's swinging. Oh, caught on the gas tank. Now she's dangling. That's some danglage. I'd say that is where we want to be. I have no idea if you guys can see me or not. There's a shackle. There. Shacklage. I think stiff. It's got new bolts though, so that's nice. I'm gonna go get the big boy, Ooga Dooga, and I'm gonna wrap these out. Be back in just a second. Alright, we got the big guy. Couldn't find a 3/4 wrench for the life of me. I also didn't feel like looking, so we're gonna test the torque resistance of a whatchamacallit, ratchet. Donk. I think my gas tank's empty. At least somebody was nice enough to put new bolts on here. Namely me. Why are they so tight? Goodness gracious. Let's just rip the rest of that bearing right out of there. Doesn't need to party no more. Oh, well, it's angry. Thing's probably gonna have to require a pry bar to come off. That's great. Well, maybe not. Maybe we'll just dissect. Maybe. Oh. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Yep, those bushings are garbage. As you can see, this is not your average shackle. It is the offset Super Coupe shackle. It's supposed to improve handling and copy directly off of an e-body is what I hear. Well, that's fine. We don't need that. Are you gonna come out now? We have. Oh, we'll just throw that. We have new bolts, so this is fine. This is a approved bolt removal process. I can't believe that bushing is just destroyed like that. Incredible. Well, that's the wrong way. I need a thing. Will this thing work? Maybe. That's a lovely noise. Oh yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Some factory. Well, not factory, but a factory mount with some polyurethane bushings that are absolutely destroyed. These are crispy and junk now. That's nice. So this is gonna go like this, maybe, or does it go like this? I didn't pay attention to math class. I don't remember how it goes. This has got like a bushing rub thing, so I think it goes like this. Maybe. I don't know. There's a Super Coupe shackle thing that's 50 years old. And the bushing still moves, but it's just destroyed. There's a chunk of it. You want a chunk of it? I'll sell it on eBay. Yeah, that's wrecked. Let's not use it. So these Speedway ones, they're supposed to be like a direct bolt Chrysler. So nothing direct bolts on an F body. So I'm guessing neither will this. Wonder if these bushings will come right out of this leaf spring, you think? Uh-oh. Look how lucky that was. Look how destroyed those are. Look up close. Those are brand new last year, and they're just, you can see they're not round anymore. They're kind of just a little oval, and they're cracked. They're cracked. Oh, right there. Just wrecked. 7,000 miles is all I got out of them. Well, that one's grumpy. We'll just stick this wrench in here. That'll work. Nope. Nope. Well, just come on. What about a screwdriver? That's a screwdriver. We'll use that. We'll just rip it more because we're not going to reuse these. We're going solid. Stab myself in the hand. It'll be fine. Well, you're just not going to have fun today. I'll get a pair of channel locks. I'll be right back. Well, these are not the channel locks I desired. What? Maybe they'll work. Nope. Maybe. Just wiggle. Alright. As you can see, this one also destroyed, wallered right out, and chewed up. Oh goodness. There's almost no exterior bushing left of those. Great. But leaf spring's not bad. Oh, what did we do with our shackle mounts? Is there a left and a right? I don't know. And they're not shackles. Well, we have to get away from the shackle work. Because normally, some of our cars, we don't run the factory shackles because they're normally garbage. And so I had a very friendly purist tell me the other day about how, or his opinion on the aftermarket shackles that I tend to use, which is usually the elongated shackles, give you a little bit more lift in the rear. Apparently, even though the older generation did it, you know, used them when they were younger, it's not okay for us young guys. It is, he had some very select words to say that aren't appropriate for YouTube. So, sorry I offended you guys. And yet again, the purists don't like me. That's okay. What are you gonna do? Now, do any of these bolt holes line up? I'm gonna guess not. Just stay there. Thank you. Well, you got a choice. You got a choice of either one or not. Oh, you guys can't even see me. You got a choice of one or none. Oh, I forgot my hat. I don't have my hat. That's unfortunate. It's not even, it's not wide enough to even use the factory holes. That's unfortunate. How does it fit on the leaf spring though? That's what the main question is. Perfect. Not as probably tight as the originals, but it fits the Chrysler 2 and whatever leaf spring. So that's nice. So, do we weld it? Which bolt hole do we use? Do we use the inboard bolt hole or do we use the outboard bolt hole? I don't know. Where's the light? Who moved it? Oh, my hair is going to get very dirty. I'm getting a haircut in the morning, so that'll be nice. Well, that just failed. Well, there's 37 different kinds of things in the way. Huh. Gas tank's shiny underneath. Never noticed that before. Well, we got one where we're all the way on the frame, or we got two where we're kind of far inboard. It's kind of inboard. Now, I'm wondering if inboard would be better because, in theory, I don't know. If they were just a smidge wider, but they can't be because under leaf spring would have to be wider. So, oh, what do we do? What do we do? Make our own? Pull the back bumper off? Oh no, because it threads in the back bumper. May have to ponder this one a minute. Maybe we make another plate which mimics those holes. Just hear what I'm saying when I'm talking. So we make another plate and we'll bolt it to this said plate. It'll mimic the holes, you know, we'll make it bigger, and we'll mimic the holes that are already on this thing, get her bolted up in there, and yeah, that's my thinking. How thick do we make it? 1/4 inch? That's 1/4 inch. I wonder if we have any 1/4 inch. Just lose the tape measure. It's gone now. I wonder how the bushings fit. Oh, look at that. That's nice. I don't know if you're supposed to anti-seize them or not. It's shiny. That's shiny. So, yet again, another part that isn't a factory fit for Chrysler. That's my thinking, though. We make another bracket, and we'll bolt this to that bracket, which will require drilling holes in the frame, which is fine. And then we can use 2 factory bolt holes. Oh shoot, that's probably not going to work either, because you're going to have to... Maybe. I'm going to have to do some thinking. Alright. Wasn't a direct nut and bolt swap. That sucks. I was hoping to have this done today. That's just not going to happen. It's shiny though. Alright. I'm going to do some thinking. We'll call this episode wrapped. And we'll have to come back and figure out what we're going to do with our cool sliders. Whether we remake them or we make a plate. This bolts to, we don't know yet. Is this what that custom pro touring stuff is all about? I'm guessing. Maybe. Alright. Alright. I know I said that was the end. That's never the end. That was a terrible ending. We don't end on failure. Not that it was a failure. Just have to give it a day and do some more thinking. So basically, what we've ended up with, after I did some thinking, was I did a bunch of measuring and some cross measuring, trajectory, and I set the car down with just the sliders on the springs, see where they landed, and then did some measuring. So what I basically came up with, I don't remember if I had the back bumper out last time you guys were here, but it's out now if you didn't see it before. We have this nice pocket that is where our frame rail ends up on this car, and basically everything lines up measuring wise, leaf spring travel wise, for the center of this here pocket to line up with the center of this here slider. So that made it easy, and again, we're going on roads not traveled, new and custom stuff that people haven't done yet. So what I've done is I figured out, because we don't have Caltrax or anything fancy. We are just running old school leaf springs at the moment. So what I found is we have our slider, and I ran the slider, I set it on the frame with leaf spring on it, and I set it to 2/3 forward. Because when this car launches, it's going to want to squat. So the slider is going to want to go towards the back. So setting it halfway was not really, I put some weight on the car. I actually got 4 of the original wheels and tires, so I put 100 pounds in the trunk, and I added a sandbag, so I got 150 pounds in the trunk, lowered it down, and then I bounced the car to see what would happen when the sliders travel. And 2/3 forward was my happy point. 2/3 forward. That was not trying to blow the back of the sliders off. That wasn't everything that I read. That's correct. Now, if you had Caltrax, you want it 2/3 rearwards because of how Caltrax make your leaf springs respond, especially if you have a mono leaf or something like that. And so yeah, we set them at 2/3. I got that side because you got to drill all the holes, because you know this is not a direct bolt Chrysler application, unfortunately, even though that's what we were led to believe. Would you believe it? Something for an Aspen Volare is just not bolt on. You can't just wrap Chrysler products in just a round envelope and say that's going to bolt on to everything. So, oh well. So I have drilled 2 holes in this one and set our base point. I'm going to jack the leaf spring back up, make sure we're still square, and then I'm going to drill the front 2 holes, and we should be in a happy medium. The other side's already done. Yeah, we did the trials and tribulations on the other side, and yeah. I know the lighting is kind of poor back here, but you guys are just gonna have to live with it, because it is what it is. Alright, so we have centerage. I left these bolts just a tad bit loose. With these tight, yeah. I don't want to hear the metal bushings. So you're trying to get them as square as possible. I think we have that right there. Right there. Again, custom stuff. That one's forward. This one's. There's 5 holes, one in the center, and then 2 side to side in each one of these. I don't think they need 5 bolts front and back. I think that's overkill, so I'm putting 1 forward, 1 back on the back, and then 1 forward, 1 back on the front. I'm thinking that's good. I think that's almost overkill because the factory brackets, which are right here, you only have 2 bolts. So, you know, I was thinking originally 2, but then, you know, thought processes and whatnot. Impact makes a great place to lay your head. Wrong side though, because that's got the hook. You know, that's fine. And so a 4 won't hold it, 5 never would. These frame rails are decently thick, but I did wash or Evelyn tar out of them, so we should be strength and whatnot, considering the fact that we only have ever had 2 bolts. I think my drill is dying. It's got 1 bar. It'll be fine. Just needs more lube, right? PB Blaster is definitely drill lube. I think my drill is about burned up too. No, I think that's the drill dying. Well, I guess I'll just grab the battery. That's fine. That's through. And I didn't pre-dress any bolts. I couldn't believe I bought bolts today, which Tractor Supply is always my go-to for bolts. Freaking bolts are expensive right now. I bought this little bag, which isn't much. You know, I bought like 12 of each. I bought 7/16 bolts. I bought 3/8 bolts. I can't remember what size it was. And yeah, I bought both. I bought washers for both. I bought, you know, nuts for both. It was $10 for bolts. That's crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. I remember when you used to buy like a whole bag of bolts for like nothing. It was like $3. That's why you went to the old Tractor Supply, because it was cheap. And yeah, it's not so cheap anymore, I guess. Now this one, somebody should have jacked the car up a little bit higher, because drill this bolt hole and move the leaf spring. But it actually works. I can just pull the trigger instead of having to push on stuff. Well, leaf spring's doing all the work for me. Maybe. Oh. Come on. Oh, I think we got the drill bit stuck. There it goes. got to ream a bolt. What do I do with my impact? There it is. Ream a bolt down her throat hole. Now I did these so they're just the size under what I need. So it's kind of like, you know, if you do the mathematicians right, it's just making it so that it's like a threaded hole. It's perfect, you know. Oh. So that's what we're going with. And didn't strip out the bolts, so that's a plus. Pull that off. Did you put any nuts on here? I think I put one. Yep, I did. Son of a gun. Does it come loose without killing my fingers? Oh, it does. It does. That's nice. This will come down. And that goes there. I don't even know if you guys can see me. I didn't even think of that. Hello! We don't need to drill no more, so that can party off. Rigid, if you notice, if you're watching this, I use all your products. So, if you want somebody to test like some new things, I'm your guy. I got your whole Rigid catalog. We're going to turn this a little bit. I don't know if you can see me. Maybe I should look at that. New GoPro. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, you can see my ugly face. That's fine. 10 minutes. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. All right. 10 minutes. You guys have been listening to me yak. Oh. Well, we're doing custom stuff, so I'm sure somebody will appreciate this at some point in time when they go to put custom sliders on their stuff. Well, at least Aspen technology. Because that's going to go in there, and the sleeve won't fit until you have that on there, so got to slide the sleeve in. And I found the bolt works best going this way, otherwise you're in your gas tank. And bearing. And lock nut. And this guy. This guy. Ouch. That's definitely torque to spec. That'll be fine. Now this is the fun part, because I'm going to have to jack it up a little bit, which I guess we can do while we're talking. Jack it up, slide the slider in place, and then, what are you doing? Just, yeah, that's why you put that bolt that way, because she kind of rubs a little bit on the tank. So you just gotta, well, that shackle's entirely the wrong direction. That ain't gonna work. Oh, oh goodness. Come on now. Here we go. That goes back. Oh, this is where having another person come in handy. That goes like that. And we get a little bit of pressure in our hammer 10,000. Where are we at? We need more pressure. Just hit the light, that's fine. Still, oh, there we go. There we go. Getting close. I have metal shavings in my arm. Somebody should have swept while they were drilling. That would have been smart. That's close. Bolt. Look at some voltage. Well, that one's in there somewhat. The front ones are going to be fun. Those ones are going to be, I think we're going to have to compress the living tar on the leaf spring. and out. Then put the bolts in for that. Ow! What did I do? This is a nice size hole. There's a bolt, there's a nut, there's a washer. This is a lot of work to corner fast in the general direction. Because, yeah. Ow! Dropped the lock washer. Oh, it's quiet in here. Quiet. Usually there's music going and, you know, things happening. Heaters going. It was cold today. It was like, oh, excuse me, like 45. And, it was not warm in the least. There you go. Now we're hoping these bolts aren't too long and that the bumper thingy still goes in there. Which I might just do away with that. I was thinking about making some nice aluminum brackets for this thing and losing like 50 pounds. But I gotta figure out, I need to get some scales and figure out my center of gravity. So I've lost a lot of weight in the front. I lost a lot of weight generally. I think I've lost, well, not me, I'm still fat, but the car has lost about 300 pounds. So, yeah, because if you do too much with your center of gravity, the things are going to get out of whack, the car's going to launch weird, and it's just going to be a thing. So, I gotta figure that out. Two. Let's go to the other two. Panning. It says this new GoPro is nice. It tells you how long you've been doing things. It tells me how long I've been recording. Somebody again should have swept the shop floor. Afterthoughts. Oh, that's gonna let pressure. Hammer. Bolt hole? Maybe. Is that a bolt hole? There we go. There's one. Again, with the metal shavings right in the arm. Well, that bolt just didn't want to be in there. At least it didn't hit me in the face though. That's how it normally works. Oh, what do we got? And again, this is why I bought 12 of each, because I figure I'm going to lose 4 of them, 4 of whatever, inside the frame rail. Because that's just the way things work. Because there's already a washer missing, and I don't see it. Maybe it's on the floor. I don't know. Maybe I never put it in. There's a lot of possibilities in the works here. I just don't see it. Alright, another washer. Is that one? That looks like one. We'll use that one. But yeah, doing this modification, we've actually dropped. Originally I was thinking we were going to drop 3.5 inches, which was going to be a little extreme. But we have come down, originally from, if you guys remember, wheel to tire, we had, or floor to wheel lip, excuse me, we had roughly, what the heck was it, 30 1/4? Now, we were down to like an even 28, which is a nice drop. 3 1/4 inches. Not gonna complain about that one bit. Taking it from drag car to pro touring, whatever you want to call it. I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to compress these enough to actually get the slider to work. I don't know. Or pressure. Well, we're off the jack stands. Safety first. Don't worry, they're barely off the jack stands. Calm down. Calm down. It's still safe, I promise. Don't do this at home, kids. Oh, where did I leave these things? No, this just isn't gonna work, is it? How are we gonna do this to where it's gonna work? Dum-dum-dum-dum. I'm dumb. All right. That didn't work. All right. Thinking that we're gonna need to get some ratchet straps involved. Ratchet strap this guy down to, yeah, that's my thinking. Again, we're at 2/3 forward. All right, we'll be back. 2 minutes. All right, so what I had to do was jack it up a whole bunch and then reach the hand up in here and just kind of wiggle it until I get the bolt started. So it wasn't as bad as I thought. All right, it's sometime later. Went to go edit the video and found out I forgot to plug the microphone in, and the GoPro was set on microphone, so there's no speech. That's awesome. Learning lots more. But we have the Super Coupe. I have been driving it with the slider upgrade, and the sliders, I will say, have made a tremendous difference. The way the car handles, the way the car corners. Gosh, wish I would have done that ages ago. It just changed so much doing that little tiny modification. So yeah, that's our sliders. They're on, they're gorgeous and great. I think I'm gonna convert all of our cars to sliders, I think, because just the way they handle, the way they launch is so much better. So as always, this is Dutch Guy's Garage. Appreciate you guys watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all that nonsense, and we'll see you guys in the next one. And always remember, they don't move until you do.